Hello Taurus, welcome. This is a new moon reading for August. This is a general reading for all Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So we all know who we are in the story, so if the messages resonate, that's great. And if it doesn't, check your own Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs and see if you can make sense of some of those messages. So sometimes the energies are reversed and the message is more for the cross watcher than it is for the person whose sign I am reading for. So let's get this reading going, Taurus. What messages does the universe have for our dear Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this new moon of August? We are in the month of the Sun. So, dear universe, what messages do you have for our Taurus? Some of you are worried about money. Some of you are worried about a past relationship. All right, so okay, some of you are really worried about money and how you're going to balance everything. So I do see that as some of your overall energy. Maybe some of you have just lost a job, and that's why you're really worried about how you're going to balance things. But I think you shouldn't worry. I'm not feeling like, I think you're worrying and you don't need to be worried. Okay, so, because above you, you have this Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like you get everything that you need. Like everything, you've got it all. But there's something, it's like you're missing something. I don't know what you're missing, but it's like you want to go after something else. It's like you're just not satisfied. Maybe you're not satisfied in your work. But you also feel very stuck. Now, for some of you, you're dealing with a past relationship. And this relationship that you are dealing with, I feel like there's been a lot of swords have been put out. So I think there's been this cycle of a lot of pain. And it's like doing the same thing over and over again. As much as you love each other, it's like you're so ready for the stab. Like, it's like you just don't believe that, oh yeah, in one moment they hug you and they love you, and the next moment, you're ready to like stab them if they say something to you that you don't like. So I feel like there's this cycle of pain, of constant pain, actually, where it's this give and take. It's like as much as you love them, you want to hurt them, or they want to hurt you, or somehow you guys just hurt each other just because that's how you are. And I feel like that's just not working, and it's got to come to an end. And I'm feeling like if you don't deal with this kind of backstabbing, hurting energy, the universe is going to step in and do that for you. So I think what you need to do, and what you don't see coming, is that you need to open up a little bit and let your guard down. Because it's like there's a fear factor going on here. And it's like, because what? You're afraid to really fall in love? Like what? Oh, you're really afraid to be vulnerable. I mean, there's this fear factor going on. And I think you got to open up a little bit. Especially if you want to have a fresh start, because I see the tower falling. I mean, it comes down. That tower comes down and, takes what wasn't working, because the universe steps in. It's like, if you're not going to deal with this, the universe says, well, you don't want this relationship anyway, so let me handle this. And I think it's like, it's when you, Taurus, finally hit bottom. And you realize that You need to start opening up, speaking your truth, because you want to have this fresh new start, or you want a beginning. I think you want to have children, you want to have a family, you want, that kind of thing. The Empress is like, this is somebody who can create whatever it is that they want. And I think what you really want is stability in the home. I think some of you maybe you're a Taurus who's had to move a lot, and a Taurus does not like to move. So I think you just want to stay put. Maybe you're dealing with an air sign, this King of Swords. It could be somebody you are dealing with, an air sign, a Gemini, maybe a Gemini. I don't know why Gemini. But Gemini, it could be an Aquarius, it could be a Libra. Get more of a Gemini. I don't know why. But it could be anybody. I think you really want to stop and try to deal with this. But somebody is so angry at all of the deception and, the way somebody's been acting, that's probably what worries you. So in your environment, I think, again, I get this cycle. It's like you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and it's not getting you anywhere. And you're at a point where you have to stop and make a decision, because the definition of crazy is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So you've already done this over and over and over again, okay? And you're expecting another result, and the universe is saying, you're not going to give me another result, so I'm going to do that for you. So I do feel like there's something out of nowhere comes and just shifts everything and shakes everything up between you and this issue with this person, this relationship you're involved in. So the advice of the cards, I feel like there's really good fortune. You have a lot, things are moving in your favor, but it's about really speaking your truth. It's about really finding what's really deep inside and seeing who was not being fair, because somebody was not playing fair in this relationship, and somebody was constantly feeling like they were trapped and stuck, and you had to let this go, because that might work for so long, but people stop dealing with people if they're a downer. Nobody wants to be with a downer. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's some people around you that help to lift your spirits. So chin up, Taurus, chin up. I said chin up. Now comes the sun reversed. It's like you need to start seeing the glass as half full rather than half empty, all right? I think you need to reach out. I think you need to move away from your own interference. I feel like you get in your own way because you get so stuck in your head. And I just feel like, well, nobody understands me. Nobody gets me. Nobody knows what I'm going through. And I think there's people around you that are like, hey, let's go out and let's be happy and put down all of this. Get down off of your tree. Come out to play. Come out, wherever you are, huh, Taurus? Yeah, so I think you need to move away from all of this inner turmoil that you've got, and move to something more. Maybe you need to pull back. Maybe you need to go away on a vacation. Maybe you need to take your honey and say, okay, maybe we haven't had enough fun and I've been really selfish. Maybe you need to own your shit. You know what I'm saying? So, out comes the Magician. So, I think what you start to see is that you have the ability to turn this around. As I said, Taurus, you need to see the glass as half full, not half empty. Because I don't think things are near as bad as you think they are. I just don't. But you have to come out and you have to put your foot down and really start to embrace life a little bit more, because, you feel like you've been the wounded warrior, and you just want to be a good wife. You want to be a good husband. You just want to have a celebration of the two of you. Because I do feel like this is a relationship that, nobody wants to see it end. And it'll end if you don't change. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's only so long this king is going to stick around. And they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. But if you keep pushing them away, they'll finally go. So quit pushing your person away. Because, it's like this conflict has to come to an end. And like I said, you got the Magician. You have everything it takes to turn this situation around. Because somebody really loves you. I think they really love you. And they're tired. They're tired of all of this unrest that has been going on. They love you. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. So I feel like you need to quit being so selfish, okay? Because there's still love there. If there's still love there, but you got to open up, let your guard down. All right, anything else for our Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Messages for our Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Woo! And out come all the cards. Don't want so many cards. Just one card. Anything else for our Taurus? So I think, again, quit worrying about money. Somebody's really worried about money. Just trust that if you are just be who you are. Just be who you are. Be who you are. Say what you have to say. And everything is going to be okay. This King of Pentacles reversed. This is feeling insecure and unstable. And there's no need for that. Because you've got everything you've got everything that it takes. Your wishes are all about to come true. I wonder whether there's a Pisces in your life too, or maybe because there's two fish here and the High Priestess. I don't know if there's a Pisces somewhere in your life, or maybe you have that in your chart. But trust yourself. This after the Tower comes the Star. Okay, so yeah, maybe something really came to a head and made you stop in your tracks. The Chariot made you stop in your tracks. Because now the star can shine. Be who you are, okay? Don't be afraid to let your walls down. Your person loves you, Taurus. All right? So the glass is half full, not empty. All right. With that, I will see you at the next reading. Until then, bye now.